Welcome back to Silent Hill Acres. I'm Travis, and I want to take you along with me as I do this project here. What I'm planning on doing is taking all this gravel and grass and everything. I've already put weed killer and everything. I sprayed it probably about 5-6 days ago, and it's dying off. As you can see, the difference between the dead and what's actually out in the yard. So I've sprayed all that off, killed it, and then once I do that, then the other project is to bring in this big load of dirt that I got last week, and then spread that all down through here. Now my goal is to get what's here right now, get about another 2 inches or so out of there, and then put 2 to 3 inches of topsoil all the way down this. And then I want to lay that landscaping material down, so that will, suppress the grass, weeds, and all that. And then from there, then throw mulch on top of that. And that way, when we go to do flowers or bushes or whatever my wife wants to put out here, then all that is done. All we have to do is just clear out an area of where the mulch cut a hole through the material. You're going to have a layer of some topsoil down there, and we go ahead and plant whatever it is that she wants to. The tools that we're using today is, of course, the Coyote tractor. I always love when I can do projects that involve using my tractor. But also, besides the Coyote, of course, you're going to have some implements with it to be able to do this project. And the first implement is using the reconditioned scrape blade. And I think I said in my last video what the process was of me purchasing it and reconditioning it, and this will be the very first project that I do with it. And what my idea is, and as I always say to people, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but kind of what my idea is instead of using the front loader and going in and pushing it, which is going into my sidewalk, which I'm afraid if I hit that, I might crack it or accidentally lift it up a little bit. So what I'm thinking is maybe use this scrape blade, set it down in there, and then pull it out. And then once I get it pulled out enough and get it loosened up, then I can use the bucket to, scoop it up and then put it somewhere else. So of course, got the bucket on the front here, and I got the scrape blade back here. Again, I'm not sure if the scrape blade is going to work or not, but if it doesn't work, then, or if the ground's too hard to really break through, then I might swap it out with box scrape and then put the shanks down, and maybe that might be enough just to loosen that soil up where it'll break up enough. Then I can use the bucket, scoop it up, and get rid of it. So let's see if I can get this done. So here, I don't know why my microphone decided not to work, but right now is the first run of using the scrape blade to try to pull some of that soil back. And I noticed it took me 2 or 3 times going over the same spot to really get that soil loosened up. But it seemed to work pretty good. It's just going to take me some time to kind of figure out which angle, as you might notice there, me adjusting the hydraulic top length just to see what angle is going to work best for digging into that soil. Okay, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but when I drop the blade and go to pull, you notice that this would turn. And what I figured out is it might be because I do have the hydraulic top link on it, and by changing that angle makes this pin that's supposed to be holding this in a position, well, it won't go all the way down into the hole there. So as I was pulling, it was moving this blade, and so it was kind of like pulling it at an angle, which I don't want. So until I go get a lot longer pin here, I might just have to swap this out and go get the box blade or box scrape. So I think that will work better for right now. Anyways, I think it's doing a pretty good job, you know, with this blade here itself. But again, the problem is that this pin isn't long enough. And again, I think if I didn't use a hydraulic top link, because I've noticed by changing the angle, it can get a lot more aggressive with it, and it worked a lot better. But again, I don't want this to be moving back or going at an angle, and then I'm getting dirt that's, you know, sloping, and I'm not getting a really good grade here. So let's go swap this out, and we'll put the box blade on. Okay, well, I'm kind of happy with the box blade, but I'm wondering if I can start from that end and drag it this way so I get too close to that pipe, because that's my issue. I got these two drain pipes that takes the water from my spouts and everything, and I have pipes that go through the flower bed, and then this all drains out into my yard and runs down the hill. So what I might do is a little bit of a trial run right here next, right at the end. So maybe start just on this side of this drain pipe here and drag it out this way. And once I get to this point, lift it up, and then turn around, take the front bucket, scoop it up, and then haul that off. dirt, but I keep getting this shadow. It's Old Glory waving in the wind. So you might have to just deal with the shadow as I try to get this little pile of dirt up. Okay, I'm kind of satisfied with this right here. I will come in with like a hand rake and just kind of get that down away from the sidewalk, just because that will drop that even a little bit lower. Like I said, I'm gonna put 2 or 3 inches of topsoil on this, and then when you add another 2 or 3 inches of mulch, if I didn't take this down anymore, the mulch would come above the sidewalk, for the amount I want to have. So I'm trying to just get this a little bit lower, and I think this, from that drain pipe down to here, I think we're pretty good. But the problem with now is going in between that drain pipe, this one here, and that one over there. And I'm not going to have enough distance to use the box scrape. So what I might try again is spin it around, drop the box scrape, drag it out, and if that don't work, then I can always tilt the bucket and just use the front blade of the bucket and back drag it. Again, the thing I don't like about that is I'm afraid I might hit the sidewalk and chip it or crack it, and with the box scrape, it's easier to see where it's going to drop at. So I'm going to try to get this section cleaned out here. As you can see, I got this scraped out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. End up not even using a rake to really get along the edge here, because my thinking is it's not like we're going to plant anything right on the edge of this sidewalk. So so by just leaving some gravel and soil right there, I won't have to put as much mulch down when I get to this area, or waste topsoil right there. So not that there might not get some topsoil right there, that's a possibility, but as for right now, it's looking pretty good. I think the box scrape worked very well. I think the scrape blade would have done pretty good too if that pin was long enough and it would keep from turning it. But that's something, you know, I'll go to, you know, Tractor Supply or some other place and get a longer pin for it. But hey, you know, when you don't have to buy a brand new one and you can recondition an old one, you know, it's fine with me. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the topsoil, start throwing it in here. I might only show you a couple buckets maybe being dumped, because after that it's the same thing. Dump dirt, go get some more, dump dirt, go get some more. So I'll do a couple of scenes of that, and then once I get that all done, I'll come back and wrap it up so you can see what it looks like. I still need to go get some fabric to be able to put over this, and then once I do that, then I'll order my mulch. I get it from a local family not too far from here. They'll go ahead and deliver it for me, and so we'll go ahead and finish this up for today. Okay, well, I put these 3 scoops down, and what I might do is get a rake and just kind of level it out and see how much dirt that will take, because I don't want to put it, again, I don't want to put it too heavy. I want it to be about 2 to 3 inches thick, and so, and the majority of that will be down here towards the end, because, you know, more likely we'll put our plants centered along this, so I don't want as much dirt towards the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all this done, and if I still have battery left on my phone here, I will bring you back and let you see the finished product. Well, part 1 is done, and as you can see, it came in pretty good. Got it leveled out, and I'm not trying to get it perfectly level, because again, I'm gonna put some weed barrier fabric down, and then I'm gonna throw mulch on top of it, and then after that, it's just putting some plants here and there, whatever the wife wants. She's already been out to see the progress so far and have gotten her approval. So didn't take too long. Again, it's always fun and unique to learn different ways to do things. So trying the scrape blade, trying to box blade, use the front bucket. So I got to use 3 different attachments today. And then if you want to count a hand rake, there's number 4. So anyways, wait for part 2 to see me. I'll put the fabric down and then I'll put the mulch in. So until next time, see you on Silent Hill Acres. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a part 2 to this because my mulch was delayed in getting delivered, but I think it turned out very well once I got it all out and spread, and it just looks incredible on that front side. So can't wait to put some plants in it, and we'll see you next time.